So, we're back with our favorite, not so favorite, um, influencer who no one can understand why this little punk hasn't been arrested yet. We're back with Mizzy, despite the fact of him, all the other things he's done, harassing Jews in public, um, let's see, stealing woman's dog, taking over a train, breaking and entering, stuff like that. Despite all that, they still allow this freaking dipshit to post videos and make videos. Why? I don't know. I get that England has like lax laws when it comes to certain things, but how much more does this freaking idiot have to do before he's put behind bars or deported or whatever the case is? Because if the police and authorities aren't going to do anything about it, it's basically left in the hands of the citizens. So it's he's playing a dangerous game. And again, if he was to do this in the States, he wouldn't be walking out alive. He may not even be crawling out alive. So, but I'm sorry for people who are, you know, sensitive to this sort of stupidity and you feel like your mind is just slowly degrading and your brain cells dying. I'm sorry. But this freaking ass clown needs to keep being exposed. Hopefully, eventually, people will do something about it. I don't know if this is TikTok or whatever. I don't know why TikTok keeps allowing this sort of stuff on their platform, knowing that there's young, influential minds on their platform who will try imitating this. Who cares, right? It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
He's an illusion, bro. Bro, hey, what's all of this, boss? What's all of that, bro? Yo, what's all of that, bro? What's on, boss? Hey, yo, punch your shot, bro. It's an illusion, bro. It's an illusion. It's I got it running. Hey, grab that. Keep doing that, bro. Keep doing that, bro. Hey, what? Outside.
It's an illusion, bro. It's an illusion. It's like basically he's saying it's like, see, I have money right here, and I'm gonna pay this guy, so I have all the right now to be a fucking retard and destruction of property and this and that because see, I'm paying these people for being in my videos. No, you're using that money in your hand as an excuse to be a fucking nuisance because clearly the shopkeeper is not in on it. You're going into someone's shop, you're being a fucking nuisance. And you're like, it's an illusion. Look at the money in my hand. It's an illusion. And he didn't say this, but I just have to. And with that money, he's like, I'd like to buy a bottle of water. A bottle of water. You're like, John, don't make fun of us. And then you get to say, well, at least I don't say water. Yes, can I have a bottle of water, please? You have any non-dairy creamer? No, I love you guys. I do. It's just a bottle of water in it. It's a bottle of water in it. And then you're like, no, you have us on that one. No, I do. I love you guys. I do. I really do. I don't love this fuckwat though. This kid needs to just be sent away forever. Give this kid his own island where he can just sit there and be like, it's an illusion. It's an illusion. Yeah. Your online influencer career is a fucking illusion. People watching you because they like you is an illusion. He's going to get hit with reality soon enough. And again, if he was to try this in the States, he wouldn't be walking out. He wouldn't be walking out. If the people in charge of the states and the cities aren't going to do anything, this is where you get vigilantes coming in. People dressed as Batman going around. If we can't rely on the people who are meant to protect us or people who are supposed to be arresting people like this, who do you rely on? Yourself. So Some dude can just say, boom, boom, boom. Well, he came in here and I felt threatened. You know, he's waving something around. I didn't see what it was. It could have been a gun, so I did what I had to. You know? So, but we also have another case of criminals. But these people, so this is apparently in Atlanta. It might be an older video, just the controller and the poster. But this is Atlanta man attempted to rob a nail salon at gunpoint, but he gave up after employees and customers barely even acknowledged him. I said, is this a skit or something? Because when you see it, you're like, this can't be real. There's no way this can be real.
Everybody get down! Give me all your money! It's got the buckets! Give me all your money! Get out! Where's the money? Give me the money! Where's the money? Everybody give me everything! Where's the money? Give me the money.
Like, the women are just like, yeah, so I dropped my kid off at school yesterday, and then... So anyway, they're looking at this dude. They're like, first time. I mean, these women just perfect. Like, they're not afraid of this dude. And the dude at the end, basically, it's almost like I'm Mr. Meeseeks, look at me kind of thing. And I mean, and that's one way to stop these kinds of people. You know, when you have people clamoring around and being frightened and giving into demands, then they feel empowered and emboldened. We have these women sitting there who weren't giving into this asshole, and then he realizes that he had no power over them. You know, and he's like holding his hand in the bag, trying to make it seem like he possibly has a weapon, which if that was the case, he would have fucking pulled it out by that point, which means he had nothing in that bag. But I would say stood their ground, but they didn't stand their ground. They sat their ground. But they're just like, so, and we see that all the time. And, you know, just one simple act of bravery can really just change a whole situation. We see people on the subways now getting mugged all the time, getting beat up, and everyone just stands around and acts like it's normal. It's not normal. Just because you see it all the time doesn't mean it's normal. You shouldn't have to go on like public transportation and worry about the shit not getting knocked out of you. And if a dude is just beating some guy up with his fist, why not just step in? You see something like this, why not step in? You know, de-escalate the situation before it escalates to the point where someone does die or something. You know, if you're sitting in there and you have, a weapon of your own, why not let that person know, say, hey, I don't think you want to do this. And it's not like a situation where it's in a movie where that you have, and sometimes you do have a split second. But, if you're living in Atlanta or Detroit or Chicago or any one of these other cities where, the mayors and the DAs and all that don't want to prosecute anyone, it kind of is up to the citizens. So you have a split second choice. What do you do? What do you do in that situation? Say that it's a situation like this. The guy comes in and he does have a weapon. I bet you anything that shopkeeper has got a weapon. It's in the split second where you have to decide it's your life along with everyone else's in there, or this worthless criminal who wants to fucking come in. You have to make the choice, because if you call 911, they're going to send out someone, they're going to arrest the guy, and he's going to be back on the streets within a day. Nothing's going to happen. So you have to sometimes take things into your own hands. Just them knowing you have a weapon is enough to deter them. And I'm not gonna say some stupid crap like, oh, shoot it out of their hand, and you know, have like this inner monologue going. You know, you're sitting there like that, and you have that inner monologue. It's like, well, if I shoot their wrist, no, life isn't a movie. You can de-escalate situations. It's not like a movie though, where you have like a minute, like, you know, something's happening, and then suddenly you have like this minute monologue in your head about what to do, and even though it's all supposedly taking place in like a millisecond, yeah, it's life's not a movie. But you know, good on them for standing their ground or sitting their ground. People are just tired of it. And one way to stop criminals is by showing them, and like this, that you're not going to give in. You know, these women are like, you might as well just leave. We don't have anything for you. I mean, they're at a nail salon, which obviously they do have money there, you know, with them. But I mean, it could be a card, which, I mean, if someone takes your freaking card from you, that's stupid because they're not going to be able to use it. It has a password and all, you know, like a PIN code. It really is not going to do them any good. It really isn't, because you can just... Yeah, I'd like to report that my card was stolen, so I like that card deactivated. You know, and they just send you a new one. And now some asshole's walking around with your card but can't use it because it's been deactivated. But yeah, we have criminals that are just, you know, obviously we're always going to have criminals. We're always going to have crime, and there's nothing you can do about that. But the fact is, you know, we're going to see a lot more, if things don't change, we're going to see a lot more vigilantes going around. You know, we're going to see a lot more people taking the law into their own hands because, like I said, Detroit, Atlanta, Chicago, Pittsburgh, pretty much all of California, you see these places that don't want to do anything to the criminals. You know, whether it be, you know, murders or rapes or whatever, they just don't do anything to the criminals. You know, like they'll capture a dude who's raped a freaking 5-year-old and this and that, and then he's back out on the fucking street like a day later. It's incredible. And not a good incredible. It's incredible that it's, you know, so you're going to see a lot more people becoming vigilantes. So this guy got off lucky this time. That shopkeeper could have just poof, blown his ass away. You know, some shopkeepers now don't even care if you have a gun. They'll blast you anyway because they're just tired of it. They're just tired of it. But, you know, it's... You got people like that. You've got people like this fucking idiot. Just... But, anyway... Criminals come in all shapes and sizes. You've got people who are intentionally being criminals, and then you have people who think they're not criminals, but they actually are. You know, thinking like, it's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank. Until someone gets hurt. And then it's not actually a prank, but you're still claiming it's a prank. So, anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.